Well, hey, everybody, welcome to tonight's opportunity meeting of the X39 experience of how amazing this technology is and how many people's lives that have been changed from it. My name's Andrew Hoyes. My wife Vanessa is with me. We'll be hosting this and over the next 30 minutes, really presenting how incredible this wellness technology, this stem cell regenerative technology can absolutely change people's lives.
So we are talking about a product called X39 from Lifewave. Andrew's just going to show you what it looks like. It's going to come in a pack like this when you order. Comes in like a month supply at a time. Wholesale price is amazing, but look, it looks like a 20-cent piece basically. And everyone says it looks like a Band-Aid, but it is an incredible technology that goes on your skin. No chemicals, no drugs. And we love to say up front, we're talking about less than the price of an Aussie coffee per day to be patching. So just share how we first came across it, Andrew, as I share my slides.
So we came back, we were living in North America for almost 10 years and arrived back home and really were looking for business opportunity. And my friend called me up and he said, "Hey, have you heard about the patches?" And I'm like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." He said, "I've been patching." He's 10 years older than me. He goes, "My energy has gone through the roof. My hair's growing back and the color of my hair's growing back. And I've only just started." He goes, "You guys, like there's no drugs, chemicals. This thing apparently is starting to go all around the world. And you're entrepreneurs. You love opportunity. You love working with people. You should look into it." So I was already three-quarters sold. So we called up, who is now one of our business mentors, Tessa Tremaine, on Zoom, and she went through this exact presentation with us, and we were in. We went all in because we saw the opportunity, and that was around 16 or so months now, and it has absolutely changed our life in every single area.
So this is the exact presentation that was shown to us. And the question was asked, have you been patched? And we live on the Gold Coast. And these days, it's the question that comes off our lips everywhere we go, walking the dog, out to coffee, wherever we are. It's the question, have you been patched? And really what we're talking about is, do you know about this technology? But there is a problem.
That's right. Our stem cells decline as we age. I know that's something we don't want to hear. And they are the body's raw materials. They are what go to the parts of your body that need healing, that need regenerative healing, things to work, and all of those major parts of our body. So these are really important. We need stem cells. And a lot of us are hearing more and more about it at the moment. And many times that you're having to fly to Mexico and spend, $50,000 or so. It's usually and many times somebody else's stem cells. You're not sure what's in it. And like one of my buddies, brothers, he spent a fortune and it only lasted 3 months. So this stem cell is an activation patch. As you may know, the faster you age, the slower you heal. At the age of 30, only half of your stem cells are actually active, and at age 60, around 95% have gone to sleep. So this is all about reactivating your stem cells and getting them operating again in your body.
So it's really simple how the patch works. It's very sophisticated technology, but basically it's called photo light therapy. The same way that you would walk out to the sun and the sun would actually allow your vitamin D to elevate in your body. There's no vitamin D in the sun, but it's a messaging system, a frequency of light from the sun to that particular vitamin to elevate. It's same with our patch. We're light and heat beings, so our own heat and light will bounce off our body, catch by the patch. That patch will mirror a frequency of light back to our body, and it will elevate a certain peptide called a copper peptide in our body. So there is nothing going through the skin barrier, nothing going through the brain barrier, no chemical, no stimulant. It's non-transdermal and non-invasive. So this is game-changing technology. Small patented nanocrystal technology just means that it's minute crystalline structure in that little band-aid looking thing. It's like a lattice structure of salts, aminos, organic materials, and it's being used like a lattice structure basically to present a frequency back to our body.
And I love it because it's so simple. I actually think it was made for men. It's that simple. You can put it anywhere where you have pain, but they have done their studies on either the back of the neck where your meridian line is or under your belly button, but you can put it anywhere. 12 hours on, 12 hours off because your body needs to repair and rejuvenate. Then you just throw it away. It's got like 12 or 14 hours of activation once it's touched the skin barrier, once it touches your skin. That's when it activates. And then you put on a patch the next day, put it somewhere where you're not going to forget, where you clean your teeth or so on. It's water resistant. I jump in the beach, I put it on, go to the beach, put it on, have a shower, no problems. But you must drink plenty of water so that you can flush all those old stem cells and all those old toxins in your body, to flush it and get it out. Make sure you have a good electrolyte or some Celtic sea salt to go with that so you really activate the water. Together, combined, makes it a powerful force.
So the kind of benefits that we experience and people experience without making a claim, and we want to actually say that this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease or medical condition. However, when light enters your body, some incredible things happen because your body is so desiring to heal itself and it's so intelligent. But the kind of benefits we see and have been tested and the data shows and the testimonies show is increased strength, reduced inflammation all the way through our body, which means that that root cause of disease has more chance really for your body to heal when inflammation is reduced. Increased stamina, none of that afternoon slump. That's a big one that people say very quickly. The energy and vitality is not the nervous adrenal type energy, but that real steady energy. Mental clarity, again, you'll see a brain scan, and when that inflammation goes from your brain, there's just incredible clarity. We heard so many people lately talk about their focus, and that if you can focus in life, then some
That's right.
really powerful things can happen. Restored muscle and skeletal condition, improvement of sleep and skin appearance. Let's talk about the power of sleep for a second, Andrew.
Yeah, well, we're hearing so many results of people sleeping like they haven't before. People are dreaming again. I haven't slept well previous to patching for a good 10, 15 plus years. I was on a sleep apnea machine for 18 months beforehand, started patching 3 months later, took the mask off, never looked back. I sleep the best I've ever slept. I wake up with energy. I'm not tired. I don't have any of those nana naps in the afternoon. No judgment. If you love doing that, keep doing it. But that's half an hour of my time gone. And I can keep going right till 9 p.m. No problem. So this has been a game changer for those who really need to make sure they're sleeping well and getting that energy, which actually is what helps restore and rejuvenate your body as you sleep. So even just for that, for $6 a day, I'd be doing it just for that.
Awesome. So there's some great long-term results, and you can see some of these at thisisit.info.com. It's like our place, our sales page, and it's in multiple languages. But the first few days, 4,000 of your genes begin to reset, reconnect, speak to each other again, which is incredible. 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced. 3 months, collagen is increasing throughout every part of your body, not just your skin. And in 6 months, all the data shows a heart reversal in age of up to 8 years of your heart health, which again, this is technology that is changing the game, and it's called regenerative technology. David Schmidt, the inventor, says this is not anti-aging, this is age reversing. So the brain scan here shows after 6 weeks of use, none of that red and inflammation around this 77% 77-year-old woman's brain. Now, we know this brain inflammation isn't just in a 77-year-old woman. This is in all ages, young and mature. Our little ones these days are just so many toxins, so many stressors, so much life happening to them. But when we can reduce brain inflammation, there's more clarity, more connection, more brain coherence. And again, your brain begins to speak to the rest of your body for the breakthrough.
We love that it's a patented technology. So number one, this is a 20-year-old company, so it's not a scam. You can't be a scam for 20 years. They are very reputable as a company, but there are people that have been trying to rip this off, and you should never get this from anywhere else but your brand partner because it's potentially toxic. You never know where it comes from, and that's why when you buy it through your brand partner, you know that it's a legitimate product because no one else can have this because it's patented. So there's that. But there's also the benefit of if this becomes another income for you, like so many of our brand partners have been doing and excited about, then we have no competition because no one else is allowed to do this. So the patent itself, which is not easy to get, and the company, the inventor, has now over 200. So he's serious about what he does. It's a result of elevating the copper peptide, which we're all hearing more and more about, including the activation of stem cells, which is what's so important about this, and improvements in energy and elevation of antioxidants. So it's actually in the patent. So there's also security with that when we're purchasing and trusting what this technology can do. David Schmidt, who's the owner and inventor, and we love that because many times in companies like this, there's a businessman or woman who then finds an inventor and they come together and then put something to market. And many times can be issues over the years. Well, this man is both. We love that he's the owner and the inventor. He has, like I said, over 200 patents now, and he's a scientist and inventor specializing in age reversal. You can put your hand up or a hand in the chat that says you would like some age reversing. That's what he does. In 2008, David focused his attention on stem cell research. So this is not something he just threw together and slapped out to the market. This has been, he's taken his due diligence and time with this. And his recent patent, the X39, which has taken this company globally and through the roof, took him 10 years and $4.5 million to be able to bring to market. So again, another high level of trust with what this technology is, what it can do, and where it comes from.
So the study that you can do a deeper dive on is the GHCU copper peptide. You will hear so much around the word peptides these days, so you can learn more about that. But basically it is known as the peptide for the fountain of youth and the age reversing peptide for our body. So the amazing thing that Andrew just referenced is this is unique. No one else has this product. No matter where you look online, all the different places trying to claim that they can sell this, no one else has it. And the other thing is, no one else has a technology like this, even when it comes to the health and wellness space. We've got so many brand partners now that are practitioners that are adding this into their portfolio of ways they can help people. We've got everyday people that are sharing this. We've got doctors sharing this, sports coaches, so many different people, because this product is doing what nothing else can do. And often people are able to go off a lot of their other support products because their own body is being regenerated. So let's talk for a moment just around testimonies. We love storytelling, but we do want to say that this patch on you will be so unique in its results compared to the person next to you, because you're unique. When your stem cells wake up, they will go to whatever your body needs them to prioritize. So maybe on you, the patch might take a few months of use to really get an uptake. On the person next to you, it might be like a 20-minute one patch wonder, like our friend Sue and her gluteal bursitis pain that she'd spent thousands of dollars trying to heal was gone from her body within 20 minutes. But for another friend, it might be like 5 or 6 months. Another friend I know, the husband who is on tonight, and Dave, it took about 6 months, 5.5 months for his autoimmune disease to really get a breakthrough. So it's so unique for every person. Because of that, we say give this time. Use a health tracker. Notice the benefits that are beyond the ones you think you need. Look at the sleep. Look at the vitality. Look at the feeling of well-being. Look at your mental health and all the breakthroughs that come here. Look at take before and afters, we say, because we just keep watching people glow up, their skin, their inflammation reducing, all the things. So really use a tracker, because our brain needs to wire and rewire towards wellness. And sometimes people forget the small breakthroughs while they're waiting for the large breakthrough. And so we want to see you track that out. Check out thisisit.info.com around the testimonies. Look at them all. Dive deep into these links. These are all live links on thisisit.info.com. Check out the children's stories. They are so emotional. And again, don't look at the stories because you're going to believe exactly the same, but let them build hope and belief in how possible this is. These are personal stories that have been texted to us: blood pressure, cerebral palsy, ADHD, seizures, so many impactful things and emotional things. We've never been surrounded by so much good news. Quick look at some of these that are online you can have a look at, but back starting to really realign, wounds healing fast, nerve damage healing, skin conditions, just recovery, beautiful like transformations in skin and faces, hair regrowth, and so much more, scar tissue healing. It's just, honestly, it can sound too good to be true here, but it's not.
They're saying they can't see your screen, Vanessa. I can, so I'm not sure if that's someone else.
Okay, well, we're about to hear from Indy anyway. So Indy, are you around?
Yes, hello. Hi everyone. Sorry, I couldn't see your screen, so that could just be me. Sorry. Um, so I own a wellness center in Mona Valley on the Northern Beaches, and so listen, my testimonies are endless, quite literally endless, life-changing, and just breakthroughs left, right, and center. But for me personally, I got into this technology when I was really looking for, a miracle, a miracle. My 15-month-old baby had a mass in his neck, and it was just a bit bigger than the size of a tennis ball. It was compressing on his airway. He had symptomatic red rashes on his face. He was tiny. His hair didn't grow. All sorts of things that linked to an autoimmune disease. And no idea what it is. We were 10 months down the road with no answers, no light at the end of the tunnel. And he was looking at doing surgery, and we didn't know what that would look like. Even intubating him was really risky, all the things. And one of my OG clients, Amanda, who I don't know if she's on here, who's good friends with Andrew and Vanessa, came in and said, "What about stem cells?" And I was like, "Respectfully, please go away. Like, it's my baby. He's not a guinea pig. I'm not putting anything into his body." And it took a lot of conversations. And it got to the end of the year, and I was in a really bad place. We had no hope or anything, and we camp every year at Crescent Head, and I was not looking forward to it in any what way, because he was just 2 years old and put everything in his mouth and had some really, really, really severe choking incidences. And we were camping in the bush with no medical assistance or anything. And she came in the following day and said, "Here's a month of my band-aids. There's no risk of anything. Nothing's going into his body. Put it on him for 4 hours a day. That's it." And I was in such a bad place. I did. And within 3.5 weeks, the lump itself in his neck had decreased by about 3/4. Just over the month mark, the rashes on his face were gone. And at like the 7-week mark or something, he got his first haircut, a white blonde mullet. And it was so cool. And that's when I kind of thought, he can't be biased to this. He doesn't know what a lumpy band-aid's gonna do. And it's changed our lives completely. He doesn't wear it every day now. Just sporadically, he'll say, "I want to wear a lumpy band-aid." Okay. And him and the big one, my eldest son, he's 4, they put it on. It's boosted their immune system. Me and my husband wear it. My mum wears it. Anyone who comes near me, I slap band-aids on them. And that's just personal. And in my clinic, we've seen people have reverse food intolerances. We had a paddle out for my father just recently, and my husband decided to run me over with a surfboard and hit my ankle, and it blew up bigger than a balloon. I couldn't walk on it. It was black and blue and all the bits. 2 days later, it was almost completely better, putting just an X39 directly on it. So it's completely life-changing for so many different reasons. But, there is also that we don't know what's going to do for you. So it's going to take a while sometimes, but it's worth the wait, and it's worth a bit more of a deeper dive for sure.
Indy, thank you so much. Your story, it's known around the world, the Wumpy Band-Aid.
The lumpy Band-Aid.
I love it. And also,
Yeah.
just Indiana, just speak for a moment into like really, really, really unwell people are getting breakthrough, but that elite person, athletic wise, maybe is, well, the elite athletes are starting to optimize, aren't they? You're seeing.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's funny, and it wasn't until Vanessa and Andrew came down where it was like, it doesn't need to be just for sick people. Even myself, I haven't walked into a room in months. Well, past 2 weeks a bit different, but before that, I haven't walked into a room and be like, what am I doing in here again? And performance, people in their prime, in that 1%, their performance levels are dramatically increasing, dramatically. And even if it's from restorative deep sleep, which then affects that performance, it affects that muscle recovery. It really, really helps and boosts all of the body's recovery time and speed to recover. A lot of it.
Yeah. And then this feels like a little interview, but first of all, our heart has been with you as you lost your dad lately. And very recently, for you and I, as we're dreaming together, Andrew and Amanda and you, the time freedom piece becomes really important if now we just talk through a business opportunity too, right? For you, it's kind of begun to matter more.
More than ever, yeah. So 2 weeks ago, yesterday, Dad passed. And he was on our farm up the coast in Scott's Head. So we've been lucky enough to take off there, and we're back into it now, hence the running over with a surfboard, because we had a beautiful paddle out to honor Dad. And now more than ever, it really is so apparent that having the ability to work anywhere in the world, having the ability and the capacity, the trust, the love, the support from these guys, from my upline, from my mentors, to help me follow up with clients. You will make me emotional, oh my gosh. Follow up with clients, keep sharing and continuing that business. It has been so profound, and I never in a million years did I think that this sort of opportunity would be available. You kind of see all of these things on social media, work from anywhere in the world, do this, do that, but you don't really know how it looks or believe how it looks. And to be able to, yesterday I jumped on a call with Amanda and Vanessa and ugly cried and said, I can't do this today, I need to go. And they supported me from that business, and my business has not lost any momentum at all. It's just continued to grow. So it is one of those things that I am such a hype girl about it, and usually I've got far greater energy and dramatic or whatever, but it really is something. And like I said, the skepticism in fact is encouraged in a way, because you will then get so much more out of it. You'll understand greater, you will become so much more invested. And the more you kind of dive deeper and kind of critically think about how it looks and all that sort of stuff, the more you will understand just how unique this opportunity is. And I know it sounds really like, hype girly and all this sort of stuff, but it's truly from like born passion due to personal experience.
Yeah. Indy, you won't see them all, but you've got all the comments and all the love. And we love you, and to partner with you is an honor, to be in business and friendship with you. And truly, this is exactly why we are the proudest partners of the direct selling model, because when life happens to us, this model is full of a team and people, and this team is incredible. And what is happening in Australia and New Zealand is like wild to watch it. And so we're just going to actually finish with, as you go to think about purchasing, think about both the health benefits, but think about this as a business opportunity, because you don't just buy a business when you buy this, come in as a brand partner. You literally buy business partners around you to champion you and to build with you and to make an impact with you. And so, Andrew, will you just talk a little bit about that? And thank you, Indy. Thanks so much.
Thank you. And you know it, you're in our prayers and you're in our thoughts. So, hey, what I love about this is we have a community, like Vanessa said. And to me, I find, so working with people for 30 years, people are looking for community, and you get a community here that is cheering you on, that will lift you up, and will also call you up so that you don't stay the same where you are. And so that's what you're a part of here. And I think people are starting to realize the value of that with this as well. So with this company, and again, this is a 20-year-old company. So we're not looking at something that just started last year and throwing it out there and we don't know if it's going to last. They've got 20 years under their belt. They're in over 80 countries. So which means if you reach out to friends in all different countries like we have, you can help a lot of people and build an incredible business like we have and many others. It's not a Me Too company. No one else has this. No one else has this technology. So we own it, and you can only get it through a brand partner. If you see it anywhere else, wouldn't touch it from a 10-foot barge pole. So toxic, and so they're ripoffs. We're the only ones that have this. It's gone from a $20 million company only 4 years ago or so to now almost $1 billion company. And so it's the fastest growing in the direct selling space, 2 years in a row. And also we have a mission to get this to 1 billion homes so that people can get their sovereignty back in their health and potentially in their wealth, in creating other incomes. So this is a very advanced, thinking big company that you're a part of that is just getting started. This business model thrives on understanding people's why. We love to help people to tap root into what is their real why and to really help in seeing those things happen. And so we always ask, what's the most important in your life? Family, time, freedom, security, travel, better health, less debt. It's probably all of those things. Sometimes we can give up on our dreams. This is a dream creating business. This is a freedom business. And that's what we love. I sit down with people all the time and start hearing what they're starting to think again. Maybe that holiday is possible. Maybe that thing I've always wanted to do is possible. Maybe helping my children to get into a home is possible. Like all of these dreams that people have, small and large, it's opening and unlocking what is possible. And we love being a part of that. So we always say, how do you get started? Business or customer? If this is just for your health, then we want to. Your brand partners want to help you to get healthy, because we all know your health is your true wealth. But when you have health and wealth, that really unlocks true freedom. And why not have both? So that is potentially there if that is something that excites you. And so many of us, that is just such a focus for us in helping people and creating other incomes. This is the price per day, this little patch. Sometimes people think this is going to be thousands and thousands of dollars. This is only $6 roughly, Australian dollars a day. So where I live, that's the cost of a small flat white, not even a normal flat white, but a small one. So it's incredibly cost effective. So Vanessa, we have 3 different packages: the core, the advanced, and the premium. Why don't you briefly explain what each one is great for and how people can purchase with their brand partner and get patching straight away?
So we always say this: you can either pay retail, which is double what you're going to pay at wholesale. These are wholesale prices. You can either choose retail wholesale, or get your product for free, which the model allows you when you partner with 4 people to really begin to cost neutral your own investment, which is amazing. And it's why the inventor chose the selling model. So let's just go quickly through it, and then you're going to circle back with your brand partner as they share this video with you, and you're going to go, I'm ready to get started. And so Core is a 3-month pack. You're paying just under 99 US dollars plus tax and shipping. So we've got it in Aussie dollars approximate as well. Kiwi, just a little different, but 3-month supply is what you get Core for at about approximately 515, maybe 525 now. This is 3 months worth. The inventor himself says, don't bother if you're not willing to do 90 days, because at 90 days, 97% of people will have a result. At the advanced level, you're getting 6 months supply of the product. So you're probably talking about sharing maybe with a spouse or a loved one or someone else in the family, or enough to begin sharing the product, activating the business. This is what the advanced one does. So it's 6 months supply, and it comes down a little bit in price per month because it's only $535 USD as a one-off price. So it's just on about $1,000 Australian right now. This advanced level also completely activates the ability to earn the maximum in the compensation plan. And then the third option is the premium. This is like a family pack. This is the one that you buy when you're patching quite a few people, or you want to go long term with the product, or you absolutely want to start it like a business and you want to have that month supply. You do not have to invest 100 US dollars in another person, but if you truly believe this could change someone's life, you might want to do that. Or someone orders from you and you want to get them patching straight away and not even wait for Australia Post. This only comes out of Melbourne, so it's amazing that it's here in Australia, but still Australia Post, I don't want someone waiting 7 days. I want to get them started straight away, because 7 days could be life-changing for them. So Core is 3 months, advanced is 6, or premium is approximately 20 months supply of product. But again, we'll put some support patches in there. We'll show you some of the other products. We don't focus a lot on them, but they supercharge some healing in your life if you need it. And this premium means you also don't have to think about ordering for a few months. If you then want to think about the business, the company says, will you order 1 month supply, 1 product a month to stay active in the wholesale price? That keeps your business license active. And what that does is, for the overhead of about 150 US a month, you are actually able to run a business, which there is no business that your overhead is only 150 a month. And so if you want to think about this from a business opportunity, those of us that are seeing amazing financial impact, we're talking about just patching ourselves every month and continuing to build a 6+ figure business like many, many people are, or you just choose to cover your own cost of product and patch. And so there's all different ways that you can share and build.
I love that. This is regenerative and it's preventative. And so where do you get that for $6 per day? So for people who actually value their health and people that don't want to live long, but also live well, because we're seeing a lot of people live long, but not well, then it's a no-brainer. So many people are jumping in and getting amazing results. And we're all excited to be able to help you to achieve that. So we always say, this is your time to make a move. Are you serious about your dream? There is hope for your future. You can get started with X39, what I call the superstar patch of these products. And so for as low, again, at an extremely affordable price of around $5 or $6 per patch. I mean, if this was in the hands outside of the direct selling space into corporates or governments or pharmaceuticals, this would be 10, 30, 40, 50x times the price than what it is. And so we are looking forward to partnering with you. Your brand partner will be in touch with you, or please get in touch with them as soon as you can so that we can start getting results as soon as possible. So each time you go to buy that coffee, each time I buy coffee now, which I don't do all the time, because it's, I would rather put my money towards my health, and do that at home. $6, that's all this costs to have that regenerative and preventative technology working for you and your health.
So thanks for being on and watching this presentation, Indiana. You are loved in our community. Our heart is with you, and thank you for sharing. We love your passion for both the health breakthroughs and also what you're creating and building, as many people are here. So look forward to hearing your stories too for the people that are on, and we can't wait to see you maybe share a testimony one day about what this opportunity will do for you and your loved ones. Thanks for watching. Circle back with the brand partner that bought you.
God bless everyone. Have a great night.